What's good, fam? You probably seen the timelines looking like a war zone right now, but I promise you, this is a moment in hip-hop history you don't want to blink and miss. If you thought Drake versus Kendrick Lamar was just about some sneaky bars or catchy hooks, you got it twisted. This whole beef just hit a new level. Drake out here actually suing Universal Music Group, trying to silence Kendrick's Not Like Us. Yep, the dude almost name-dropped Kendrick's fam in legal paperwork, trying to weaponize the courts cause the diss tracks weren't enough. This ain't just hip-hop beef, this is about the lines we never thought would get crossed. Y'all, if you ain't tuned in, you sleep. I'ma break down how Drake literally risked his whole legacy in one move, and why Kendrick ain't even gotta say a word for the ill to keep piling up on Drake's side. Straight up, it's a new era, and you about to get info nobody else dropping. Alright, so let's get right into the dirt. Drake's desperate move, suing UMG, Kendrick's own label, over Not Like Us, shook the whole culture. Man said the song straight defamed him. He out here mad over lyrics, saying they painted him as something wild and scandalous, and now he want legal action. Fam, back in the day, all these rap disputes, they settled them on wax. Nobody ran and cried to the judge. Now we got Canada's finest playing Celebrity Karen demanding the court step in because the bars hit too close to home. That's an L right there. The wildest part, UMG didn't just laugh it off, they clapped back and said, yo, those bars are protected speech, just rhetorical hyperbole. For those that don't know, that's a First Amendment shield. It means you're supposed to talk wild in a diss track. That's hip hop, that's the game, but Drake trying to use the legal system to sanitize the culture. Bro, you know it's a rap when the label gotta remind you how the genre even works. Only time I seen this energy before is when folks know deep down they lost the crowd and reaching for any sort of life raft, even if it means breaking the code. But let's talk Not Like Us, a diss track so heavy it had the whole city going up all summer long. If you discredit that, you straight up delusional. This ain't no backyard SoundCloud fade now. This is a classic. Dropped May 2024. That song didn't just top the charts for a week and fade out. It hit radio, Spotify, TikTok. Even old heads in barbershops was like, you peep that new Kendrick joint? Bro took Song of the Year at the Grammys, got replayed at damn near every cookout, and when Kendrick hit the Super Bowl stage, whole world tuned in to see if he'd run Not Like Us. Sure enough, he shut that show down. Drake somewhere stressing in his mansion, watching his ops headline the biggest event in America. I ain't never seen a diss record go that global. And you want to sue over that? Bro, that's like trying to sue the person who wrote the script for your own downfall. Now let's not pretend this beef just popped out of nowhere. You've been around, this tension been simmering since 2013. Kendrick gave the warning on Control, called out damn near every rapper, told him step your pen up. Drake felt that, man. Been on edge ever since. You seen the petty back and forths over the years, the subtle shade, the features that never dropped. But 2024 turned this joint radioactive. Drake thought he had some ammo when he dropped Family Matters, trying to get messy about Kendrick's people and whatnot. But Kendrick came right back with Meet the Grams. Didn't just defend himself, he put Drake's whole character on trial, and Not Like Us was the knockout punch. No debate. Suddenly, the battle wasn't just lyrical, it was legal. Drake couldn't win in the booth, so now he want the judge to fight his battles? Bruh, it looking spooky for his legacy. This is where you see the real difference in how the two move. While Drake out here dropping legal documents like diss tracks, Kendrick barely even flinched. Bro didn't flood his socials or rant to the blogs. He left all that drama on the curb. What did he do? Hit the road with the Grand National Tour, linked up with Siga, and ran the type of sold-out shows most rappers only dream about. I'm talking 39 dates, whole continents lit, fans showing love, crowds reciting every bar, SZA and Mustard giving the man his flowers on stage. This is the stuff that make legends. Kendrick focused on the craft, on the art, unbothered by Drake's Karen energy. That's what makes this so wild. Kendrick don't gotta drag Drake or air out the beef every week. His silence says more than Drake's whole legal file. Every arena Kendrick packs out is a W. Meanwhile, the only viral Drake making now is courtroom drama and memes. You gotta step back and look at how deep this goes. Drake's lawsuit ain't just a legal strategy, it's a threat to the whole hip-hop tradition. You take diss tracks to court, you basically say rappers can't snap no more, can't talk crazy, can't defend themselves when you come at their name. That's how we end up with hip-hop being sanitized, all safe, no bite. And if he wins, man, that's open season for every salty artist with hurt feelings to run to the judge instead of grabbing the mic back. Hip-hop always been about battling out loud, not buttoned up hush-hush meetings with lawyers. Drake trying to change the rules because he can't win in the ring anymore. If this don't make you mad about the culture, I don't know what will. But hold up, before I drop even more heat, do me a solid. If you feeling where I'm coming from, show some love and hit that subscribe. Drop a like if you think this whole situation is a joke, and let me know in the comments where you stand. I need y'all riding with me, cause breaking this all the way down, we clashing with the biggest stands and wildest fans on the net. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Trust me, the next part gets crazier. Now, just as you thought this couldn't get messier, let's dive in even further. See, what nobody want to admit is just how wild it is when a dude as big as Drake steps out of the booth and into the courtroom trying to police the very culture that built him. When you see that, It kind of tell you all you need to know about where he at mentally and how out of touch he is with the roots of this rap thing. These days, instead of trying to beat Kendrick with something creative, something real, all he want to do is flex paperwork like that's supposed to be intimidating. Bro, since when hip-hop gets scared of some legal threats, that's a sure sign you taking L's you can't recover from in public. And here's what hit the hardest. Drake's reputation, it used to be clean, untouchable almost. Now, his whole image looking shaky. You see the comments online. Even some of his own OG fans can't rock with this new approach. He's losing credibility with the same crowd that put him up on that pedestal in the first place. People used to talk about Drake running the summer every year, but now all they talking about is why he acting so pressed, why he switched lanes from hits to hissy fits. The more he go down this legal route, the more he comes off looking soft, insecure, and honestly, a little petty. You can't say you the cult six guy one day, then snitching to the judge the next. That's just not how legends operate, and hip-hop gonna remember that. But let's really get into what makes Kendrick's silence hurt even more. Bro out here doing what all the greats did. Let the music talk. Let your numbers and performances make the noise while you keep your hands clean. You ain't never catch Kendrick in messy Twitter beef or Instagram rants. Half the time, he don't even post, but the culture still revolves around him. Not only did he smash records with that tour, but every city he hit only added to his mythos. Fans showing up in droves, real ones from day one to the new heads trying to catch up. It become clear real quick. While Drake moves desperate, Kendrick moves disciplined. There's nothing accidental about this. He's calculated, he's focused, and he trusted the truth always come out in the bars, not in the news blips. And let's not forget, Drake was never scared to push boundaries before. He played with accent switches, snatched up UK grime, dabbled in Afrobeat, always out here shapeshifting his style to stay relevant. Dude always wanted to be seen as untouchable, a culture vulture in the best and worst ways at the same time. But soon as someone from the real heart of this music, someone like Kendrick, applies pressure, now he want to change the rules. Now he want to sanitize the whole playing field. You can't build your castle off the vibes from the trenches, then run to the feds when the block gets too hot. Pick a side and stick to it. See, fans ain't slow neither. They see the moves for what they are. Everyone know Drake could have just came back with a crazier song, spit his heart out, let the world judge for theyself. Imagine if, instead of this legal circus, Drake dropped the hardest comeback track of his career, really flex why he's a major name. Maybe he take an L on this round, but at least he keep his pride, keep his name solid in the streets. The fact he didn't even try shows deep down, he knew what happened with Not Like Us wasn't something he could compete with musically. That track sent shockwaves. It became bigger than just a beef. It was a culture shaping moment. You feel me? If Drake ever want to earn his respect back, he got to get back to what made him big. Raw, unapologetic music, not this weak litigation game. And peep this, Drake's move ain't just about him either. If he sets the tone where artists can sue every time someone feels slighted, you open the floodgates for trash lawsuits and watered down bars. Imagine a world where every rough verse gets filtered by lawyers. That ain't even rap. It's like pop music with a dress code. Whole point of this culture is to push back, to fight for respect on wax, to air out your business and take the heat when you need to. Drake doing all this proves he ain't really about that life no more. He trying to reshape hip hop to fit a new image where he don't got to deal with the pressure, but you can't control the uncontrollable. That's why you keep seeing him with these L's again and again, and why Kendrick don't even bother to say a word, and Drake must have thought people would forget all them times he tried to be cute with other folks' legacies. He's the same guy that poked at Meek Mill, tried to expose information, sent shots at Ye, Pusha T, and more. He was never shy about crossing lines, but now the game been run on him, and he can't take what he dished out. He didn't expect the tables to turn so heavy. It's like every bar Kendrick dropped just chipped away at whatever shield he thought he had. Until now, he's sitting there trying to tape the pieces back together with paperwork and affidavits. That's not just an L. It's a whole game over for how he thought the culture works for him. It's wild too, because this beef exposed more than just two artists throwing shade. It called out the entire ecosystem that let this slide for years. It showed the gap between the ones who adapt and keep it moving and the ones who crumble on first contact with something real. Kendrick's side stayed chill because they know there's really nothing needing defense. If the music's speaking, you don't need to say anything extra. That's straight grown man energy. And honestly, that's all the younger heads and the OGs respect. Drake leaning on this clear my name vibe makes him look way less secure. Feels like every move he make, he just confirming Kendrick right about him after all. People gonna try to say this, the new school, that it's about brand protection and all that. Nah, just cause you got millions in the bank and PR people on speed dial don't mean you above the code. Culture don't care how many managers you got or how clean your shoes are. Once you lose the streets, once you lose your respect, that's hard to buy back, no matter what your net worth look like. We seen it happen before. Legends who went out sad because they stopped listening to the people who built them up. Drake's sitting real close to that line right now, drifting further the more he fights battles nobody cares to see. And yet, Kendrick just gliding through. He get his flowers, he run his shows, he keep adding to a legacy that can't be erased by no amount of paperwork. When the smoke clear, people gonna say Kendrick kept it hip hop. He didn't fold, didn't flinch, didn't compromise. Bro, really embodying what icons supposed to look like. Quiet, focused, let the work talk, let fans ride and history judge who came out on top. Drake might own the headlines for a week, but Kendrick owned the culture, and that's a W nobody can take from him. So that leaves us at the crossroads, right? Is hip-hop gonna let itself be policed by legal teams, or is it gonna remember what made it special in the first place? Unfiltered expression, wit, competition, and retaliation on wax. This lawsuit Drake cooked up is not just about him getting his feelings back. It could actually shake up the rules for everybody that come after. If artists gotta censor their pain and clapbacks out of fear of a lawsuit, hip-hop as we know it is at risk. That's why so many folks rooting for UMG to hold the line, to remind everyone, especially the industry titans, that this culture can't be tamed or bought. If you can't handle the heat, step out the booth, period. Drake could have flipped the script for real. He could have bounced back on a surprise track, recruited the best producers, and reminded people why his reign lasted as long as it did. Instead, he doubled down on being the main character in a legal drama, one that only ends with his own credentials up for debate. Instead of writing a new chapter, he basically out here footnoting his own footnotes. Nobody want to see that. They want to see a fight. They want to see who can write, not who can write up a complaint. This is the raw truth the headlines won't tell you. So here's what's next. Regardless of what a judge decides, this moment marks a W for Kendrick. Full stop. Every time Not Like Us rings out, every time another fan posts a video going wild at the show, every time Drake trend because he mad instead of because he dropping, y'all can see who really owned the moment. It's like the game done changed, and the ones refusing to adapt are the ones destined to fade out. If Drake really want to stay relevant, he better bounce out of that legal lane fast and get back to the basics. Because right now, the culture chose, and it ain't him. If you stuck with me this long, you real. I appreciate you. Go ahead and smash that subscribe if you haven't already, and drop your take in the comments. Whose side you on and how you think this drama should have played out. Keep it respectful, but keep it real. The game watching, I'm watching, and best believe the next story about to shake things up even more. Don't miss the next one. We only getting started.